Hey guys, what's up? And today, Explosive Army, I'm going to build you my Real Madrid vs Chelsea starting 11. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on all social media platforms. Okay, I'm going to build my Real Madrid starting 11 combined with Chelsea starting 11. This game is today. I'm going to go 4-3-3 and in goal, Courtois. As good as Mendy has been, I just believe Courtois is slightly levels ahead of him. So I'm going to go with Courtois. Right back, Reece James is good, but I have to go Daniel Carvajal. Champions League experience. He's won the competition many times. He's won La Liga many times. And as well as that, he's in his prime years. My two centre-backs have to go Antonio Rudiger. The reason I have to go with Antonio Rudiger over the likes of someone like and Ramos. The reason I'm going with Antonio Rudiger and Ramos because Ramos and Varane together, Varane by himself, he's decent, he's good, but not as great. With Ramos, he plays slightly better. I feel like Rudiger by himself is alright. And there's more room for development. And as well as that, he's had Ramos next to him. So I feel like that would be slightly better to have Rudiger and Ramos next to each other. And Ramos, at his age, still doing amazing. Left back, Ben Chilwell has been good. He's decent. He's consistent. But the thing is, he hasn't been as great this season. Yes, in the Champions League, he's been good. But for me, Ferland Mendy, the French left back, so good in the French league, moved to Real Madrid. This season, he's really coming into his own. He's a great attacking fullback. Then, I'm playing a CDM in my midfield, so we could play Kante, Jorginho, Casemiro. I'm going with Casemiro. The reason I'm going Casemiro is because Jorginho, he's good, but he's not an out-and-out CDM. And with the likes of Rudiger there, Ramos is a different, and you're gonna have an attacking attack, a very attacking attack. So I feel like you need some defensive solidity there, and Casemiro will bring that. Other centre mid. So CDM, now centre mid, Kante. Kante's been a great CDM for Leicester and for Chelsea. Now doing it for Chelsea. But majority of this season he's been injured. So I feel like for this team that I'm building, this combined 11, I want to place him at centre mid because he's played centre mid for Chelsea. And this season, he's mostly played CDM, but he's been great at centre mid and CDM. So I feel like I want him as my box-to-box midfielder. My other centre mid, because you've got two defensively minded guys in there, you have to have one creator in there. And that's where Toni Kroos comes in. No one like him. 30 years old, still got decent attacking and decent defensive, stats. He's still at a world-class level. Yes, you could still argue that Real Madrid still need a younger guy in their midfield, but Toni Kroos enters my team. He's been good for Real Madrid, and he's still good for them right now. Right wing. The reason I went with Kroos as my creator in centre mid, because my right wing, you could say Rodrigo, or is Hakim Ziyech, but Ziyech's taken time to perform at Chelsea this season. But as well as that, I just want a guy who's been doing it for Chelsea and been playing centre mid, cam and right wing. And that for me, Mason Mount. Mason Mount for Chelsea has just been phenomenal. Creates a ton. Yes, he needs to add goals. You could argue he's Chelsea's player of the season, in fact. You could argue he's Chelsea's player of the season. But for me, right wing, Mason Mount. Left wing, The reason I'm not going with Eden Hazard is because of his form at Real Madrid. His injuries have caught up with him and his form hasn't been as great. So I'm going with this season. This player hasn't been as great, but we've seen enough we've seen glimpses of him this season. But last season, he was one of the reasons the Chelsea attack was doing so well last season. You know, FA Cup as well, the final they made, and he was so good. He was so good through last campaign, and you know who I'm talking about. It's the American left winger, Christian Pulisic. He's my left winger. Goals, assists, pace. And he's 21 years old. I feel like he's going to be the future of that Chelsea attack. And that striker, there's only one man for this spot. There's only one man for this spot. Has to be the French striker. Has to be the France international. The French striker, Karim Benzema. As good as Timo Werner has been for Leipzig. And as good as Timo Werner can be for Chelsea. He just hasn't cut it this season. He struggled. He lacks confidence. When he starts getting comfortable with the Chelsea squad, when he starts getting comfortable with the Prem, then he'll start performing in like other competitions like Champions League and things like that. He's only played in the Champions League, I believe. This is his second season playing in the Champions League with Leipzig. He's still 24 years old. He's hitting those prime years, but he's still learning the trade. He will become good, and I would like him above the likes of Karim Benzema, but just hasn't performed this season. Last season, Real Madrid relied on Benzema for goals, and the amount of goals that Benzema provided was 47% of Real Madrid goals last season. This season is around 30%. So that completes the team. Courtois in goal with Carvajal right back, Mendy left back with Ramos and Rudiger. Casemiro at CDM with Kante and Toni Kroos. Mason Mount right wing, Pulisic left wing, and Karim Benzema. That's the team that's my Real Madrid and Chelsea combined starting 11. You can tell me yours in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here, and peace.